Okay, we're going to be doing a pruning on a paperbark maple. So what you want to do is first you want to look at the tree. You want to look at the overall shape. Okay, that's your structure. And so why we're pruning this time of year is because the tree is dormant and it has no leaves on it. So first things you want to do is you want to look for branches that are crossing. So doing this, okay? So that's crossing. The other thing you want to look at is for branches that are growing into the tree, so into the middle of the tree. So those are the ones you want to take care of first. So get my pruner, and you also have to make sure you have sharp pruners. If you don't have sharp pruners, they're not going to do the job for you. So a lot of this is subjective. It's how you want the tree to look. But like this one here, this goes here. Right, like that. Take that out. You take this out. And what you're doing is you're always cutting on an angle, and you're always cutting as close to the main trunk as you can. So if I was going to take this down, you cut it down to the next bud. If you're going to take this completely out, you cut it down to the next large branch. If you're taking this out, you take it all the way back to the trunk. Now this is not a particularly beautiful looking branch, okay? So you come in, I'll show you how I'm cutting. So you go like that. You want to get as close to this trunk as possible. There's a ring around here. That's the collar. It's the branch collar. That is going to heal up. If you leave a stub, what's going to happen is you're just going to get dead wood. It's going to die back and leave it to rot. It will not heal properly. And you want to get that branch collar off. And you always want to cut on 45-degree angles. Alright? So, I'm not happy with this branch here. So I'm going to take this one out here. And this one out here. Okay? Now that leaves this stub here. That stub is too big for this. So you go up to your loppers. And you come in, and I just take it out as best you can. Alright? Because that's as close as I can get with that angle. Alright, so, and I'm working my way up. Again, see this here? You've got this as a rubbing branch. See that right there? That's a good indication of a branch collar, right here. It's a swollen area. See right here? That's a branch collar. Okay. That's what you want to cut to. You cut here, like that. This is no good. See, this is growing into the middle of the tree, and it's not a... So we can get rid of that. Okay. Now, this one, see where this is growing? This is growing up into the middle of the tree. I know I'm not keeping any of that. So I come in here. See where I'm at? Okay, so that's out. See, this is coming into the middle of the tree here? Okay, so that has to come out too. Okay, this is coming into the middle of the tree here. See right here? See all this?
Yep.
Okay. Take that out. Okay. Now it's starting to get some form. All right. It doesn't look like a jumbled mess.
Okay. So you're basically trying to follow these two.
Well, what I'm trying to do is first get rid of everything that's crossing and growing up into the middle of the tree. Because what you want is air circulation. All right? So Again, see this one here? Look where this is growing. Okay, this is growing up and it's rubbing. I'm really not going to be able to use anything on this. Same with this. But what I'm trying to do is clean this up. So I've got, okay, see how this is crossing here? This goes out. That goes out. See this here? We don't want this. But this is nice. This is growing out. So what I'm going to do, see where I'm cutting? Okay, right there. Okay. So again, that one there is going to go because it's growing into the tree. And see here, it's already, that's from rubbing. All right. So what I'm going to do is come this way. Okay. It's looking better already.
Yeah.
All right. I still haven't changed this here. What I've done is I've cleaned up a lot of the mess down below. Okay, so down here, that's no good. That's no good. These are no good here. Okay. Okay, so now, what else am I looking at? This is no good here. See here? I'm going to use a small, right here. This here is gone. That's.
That one just came off.
It's always, you know, you need to have a variety of cutting tools when you're doing this kind of work. So I'm using everything from this to loppers. I also have, if there were bigger branches in here, I have a small pruning saw too. So we're trying to just get rid of all the junk. Okay, so see this here? Now you've got this here, and this here, all right? This one's already been beaten up. See how that was a bad cut? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole branch off because it's not particularly nice. And then we take that one off because that's crossing. That's going to grow that way. All right, so see here, that's a bad prune. This was just, they probably did this with a head shear when they originally did it, and this died back to here. What you need to do is you always need to cut back to a growth point. So see here, those are where the leaves are coming. So if I was going to take this down, I would cut it to here. This way you're not leaving. If you cut it here, that's just going to die. So, and that's what happened here. And see, this is growing back into the tree, out.
What about this guy?
Yeah, that too. That's going to come out. All right, because see, this is headed this way. So, all right, see this? See where this is growing? Now this is doing this. So, out with this one. This one is eventually, see this one here, is eventually going to cross into this, so that's got to go too. And again, see here, that was left as a stub, right here, out. Okay, so now I've got, that goes, okay, so, now I'm looking here, so you got all this little stuff here that has to go, okay, because it's pointing down. And that goes there, and that comes out here, all right? So now I've got, all right, so now look, we've got two branches here that are eventually gonna do this. They're gonna rub. So what do I want to do? And I've got one here and I've got here. So what I want to do is I want to leave this to grow up and this to grow out. So you're going to take that and that off, okay? So now there's no chance, and I'm going to take all these little stubs out, all right? So now this can do this, this can do this. It's still going to be full when it leaves out, but we're not going to be rubbing. Same thing here. See this branch? These two are rubbing, all right? So both of them are coming out. That one's coming out. And you see where I'm cutting? I cut all the way back to here. All right? And then we've got all these little things here. This stub here's got to go. That should go. All right? All right, so now what do we have? I've got, see this here? All right, that's really not serving any purpose. It's just an interior branch. So again, we bring it back to the branch. Take these out. Take these out. Take that out. See, this is going back into the tree. So let's leave these here to go out this, but this one's going to go because this one's rubbing here. So I'm taking that, that out. Okay? All these little branches here, we'll take them out as well.
If you're doing a live oak, man, it'd be real painful.
Well, yeah.
Those are.
Well, this is a maple, so
Right,
it's
that's a
easy.
maple, but
It's a maple, so this is pretty easy to do. And the other reason you do these at this time of year is in the spring, these things got a lot of sap. They're called bleeders. You start doing these cuts that I'm doing now, you're going to have sap all over the place. All right, see here, this is going into the tree. Out. This is into the tree. This is going to cross. And what's nice about doing this while it's still in the pot, you can walk around it. Or you can spin it. Okay, so this one here. All right, see this? This is broken already. And anything that's pointing down, so if it's growing down, you take it out. All right? All right, so now I have to make a decision. These two are eventually gonna cross. Do I want to do it now, or I want to see how it looks? They're far enough away where I'm probably gonna leave this till next year to do it. All right, so haven't changed the shape of the tree, but look at all the stuff I took out.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically now this is going to be an issue at some point. But like I said, I want to see how this grows. More than likely, I'm going to take this out. But since this is, if I take all of this out, it's going to leave a big hole here. I may just leave it here until I see some more, how it grows this year. But basically, what we've done is we've taken all the stuff that crosses is like this here. This has got to come out. This is going to, all right? So we've taken all the stuff that crosses, but the shape of the tree is still the same. Okay? So what's going to happen is now you've got flow through the tree. Air can get through. They say a bird should be able to fly through the middle of the tree if it's pruned correctly. So yeah, so a bird can fly through there. But it's hasn't changed anything as far as the shape of the tree.
I think it's given it more definition.
Yeah. Okay? And that took me how long? 15 minutes.
Yep, 15 minutes.
That's 15 minutes. And that's with me explaining it to you. If I wasn't explaining it, I probably would have been done in 10. Okay?